we may poison pill this and make it difficult for you to match. You don't have a long-term extension. So what is Chingy/Smallsy asking here?
Yeah, people don't know that Holiday Inn actually written about the Colts quarterback situation.
Yeah, so go ahead. Can you please present questions about the Colts quarterback situation as one of your favorite St. Louis rappers, Chingy,
who I'm hoping will play a party for me one day.
Okay, go ahead.
Reach out, Chingy. Okay, so question number one. Who you with?
So Kevin and I will answer Smalls' Colts quarterback questions as Chingy.
I'm not going to do them in a Holiday Inn order because I think
do it however you'd like to do it.
We're going to remix it here.
Okay.
So who you with?
Kevin, it seems like they're with Daniel Jones, but they haven't worked out a long-term extension, and someone else could swoop in and try to get him. No?
Daniel Jones and his ability to get money is one of the best traits that anybody's had in the NFL in the past decade. We saw this with the Giants, where everyone was laughing at the fact that he was demanding $40 million a year, and then he got kind of the market rate deal for Daniel Jones, and now he's negotiating again, even though he has more money than a lot of quarterbacks that are better than him. He's doing it again. So, this is not – I think the Colts are playing this as well as they could. I think Daniel Jones just wants a lot of money, and it's really hard to give it to him coming off an Achilles and the fibula. He was really injury prone. And by the way, let's say he's fully healthy, he's still Daniel Jones. There's no guarantee that he's even a franchise quarterback. You have a small sample size there in Indy, so it's very complicated. I actually think slow playing this is the way to go, Ev.
Chingy?
Next question.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do? What you doing?
I think they're trying to work out a long-term extension around that number in that 35 to 40 range, and they're probably going to try to do it with a little bit extra time here before anyone else tries to swoop in and get him. Kevin, could Pittsburgh swoop in? Let's leave salary cap space aside, because my assumption is if you feel like you can get a quarterback, you find a way to get a quarterback. And if you feel like Daniel Jones is your guy, if you're another team, you restructure everyone you could restructure to get him. I understand that sounds wild because I'm using the name Daniel Jones, which is the practical name here, but look at it as quarterback we want, right? Is there another team that you think could swoop in and make him an offer that the Colts would have to say, I'm sorry, we can't match that? We're going to listen to Kevin Clark and telling us that Kyler Murray is pretty damn good. Is there another team for him?
I don't think so, and here's why. Achilles returns have not been kind to quarterbacks. We saw this with Kirk Cousins, who was a little older than Daniel Jones is now, but he couldn't plant his feet and throw the ball for over a year after he came back for Atlanta. And so if you're going to sign Daniel Jones, you're in it for the long haul. And I think that the only team that's looking at this long-term with Daniel Jones right now is the Indianapolis Colts, because they had proof of concept. The Steelers, who are trying to win now, that's why you hire Mike McCarthy, are not going to take the chance of punting on an entire season. But Miami is not going to take the chance of punting on an entire season. So, and by the way, Miami's in a long-term build where they'd want to eventually get a quarterback in the draft, and you don't want to sign, 3 or 4 year type deal with Daniel Jones with real money. You're not going to be able to get away with an unguaranteed third year with a guy like Daniel Jones. So, no, I think the only team looking at it long-term would be Indy.
Here's Chingy with more.
Last question, and this is not in the chorus, but it is in the song. What's the holdup?
Good question, Chingy. So, Kevin, mid-season, the Indianapolis Colts, pre-Daniel Jones injury, let's just discuss what they had. They had not one, but 2 MVP candidates with Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor on Wisconsin. They had a Coach of the Year candidate in Shane Steichen, a guy that I thought could have been the first coach fired this year in the NFL. Remember, they were one of those press release teams after last season, not the season we just had, the season before, the 24-25 season, where they had to announce the people that are employed are still employed.
So his play saved jobs.
His what?
His play saved jobs.
Yes, his play saved jobs. And so now, what's the holdup, as Chingy is asking? I'm confused because in my mind, Kevin, the moment they traded for Sauce Gardner and they gave up 2 first-round picks to the Jets to get him, that's the moment they decided this is our guy, not just now, not just for now, but in essence forever, football terms, forever, so 3 to 5 years. And they've had a lot of time to work this thing out, and they haven't really worked this thing out yet.
First of all, I believe Jonathan Taylor is going to be the last ever good player from Wisconsin. So
what kind of that is?
Wow, let's expand on that.
That is a nasty, gross thing to say.
No, you guys have pivoted towards lawsuits against Miami. It's fine. That's your thing now.
We're there.
That's your thing
I
now.
see. You know what's
That's your
funny?
thing.
You know what's funny?
Litigious.
Let's go behind the scenes. Okay. How do you butter up Kevin Clark? you just praised the University of Miami.
Or the Orlando Magic.
Well, there's not a lot to say there these days, but yes.
Yeah, Jamal Mosley, I thought was a good coach. He may be on the hot seat after the season.
He's not a good coach.
Okay, anyway. Side note. So in the break, again, behind the scenes, I said to Kevin, I said, I would love that Carson Beck got booed at the combine because if I'm a Miami fan, because it feels like the U, like that, when the U think the U is back, embrace the hate is so much like
100%.
Booed everywhere you go, the bad guys everywhere. So I thought I was buttering him up, and then he says that Jonathan Taylor's the last ever good player from Wisconsin. We've had good players since then.
Who?
The guys that are good.
Who?
Anyway, Kevin, go
Some
ahead.
names, please.
Jake Ferguson, Leo Chanel is a free agent.
Yeah.
Maybe Leo Chanel hooks on with a place and becomes
Yeah, you
a
should
Pro Bowl
really
guy.
like Jake Ferguson. Actually,
What are we doing here?
there's a lot of Miami ties.
Not anymore. Well, I mean, there's
Yes.
a Carson Beck tie. There's a Carson Beck tie, but let's not get into
He's
it.
the not anymore.
So, all right. The Colts thing, you mentioned it, but like once you trade for Sauce Gardner, you're all in on your core. You don't trade for someone like any of these mega trades are for non-quarterbacks. Going back to Khalil Mack, going back to Jalen Ramsey, going back to any of these where you start talking about first-round picks for a player straight up. Those types of trades only happen when the team is comfortable with quarterback, and they start blowing up or they start becoming non-factors if they were wrong on the quarterback. Again, that's what happened with Khalil Mack in Chicago. It's the reason they didn't win playoff games. The reason they didn't compete for a Super Bowl was because they were wrong on Mitch Trubisky. But you don't do that unless you're 100% confident with Daniel Jones. And by the way, Daniel Jones knows that, and that's why I think this negotiation is dragging on so much, is that he knows the Colts have no other options, and they've got a roster they think can win now and save Chris Ballard's job and save Shane Steichen's job.
Anything else, Shingy?
That's it.
Okay. Coming up, the worst contract management ever, maybe. But first, last summer, I invited Kevin Clark to my house. He said no. That hurt.
ITV.
That hurt, right? That would result in you buttering him up? Huh?
No, he won't do it. He's afraid of HR.
He's afraid of HR. That would be for you. That you would get in trouble, not him.
I think we'd all get in trouble for that one.
You think?
You think we'd all get in trouble if all of a sudden in the middle of the show, he just takes butter and starts putting it all over Nuno?
Yeah, if you force Nuno to do it via bet.
Oh, forcing, that's different.
We'd all get in trouble.
Yeah. Oh, Kevin's in
I'm
his
on
home
Zoom
studio.
though, so yeah, I'm fine. I can just press leave Zoom.
Yeah,
It'd be
how could we
fine.
get in trouble? We